So I didn't always know how to name what I was experiencing, but I felt it. The pauses when I spoke in classrooms, the way my ideas were questioned, softened, or repeated by somebody else and suddenly taken seriously. The pressures to be excellent just to be considered enough. I learned early on that being a Black woman in academic spaces often means carrying more than just textbooks and deadlines. It means carrying expectations, assumptions, and silence, sometimes my own. It means learning how to show up in rooms that weren't necessarily built with me in mind, while still trying to figure out who I am and what I want, as well as how to rest without guilt. The Cite Her Well podcast were born out of these moments, the moments where I felt unseen, unsighted, and underestimated. This podcast is a way for me to reclaim my voice and also create space for the conversations that don't get permission to exist. Here I talk about ambition and burnout, loving the work, the questioning the systems, and also about my experience navigating higher education as an employee and a student, navigating my mid 20s, relationships, identity, self care, and just becoming. This isn't about having all the answers, but it's about asking the questions out loud. It's about honoring the growth and naming the harm and choosing authenticity anyway. When I say cite her well, I mean acknowledge Black women's labor, also Black males. I mean credit our ideas. I mean listen fully and intentionally. So if you ever felt like you had to shrink yourself to survive, overperform to be seen, or silence parts of yourself to belong, this space is for you and welcome. My name is Tyler Cooper, and I'm the host and founder of the Cite Her Well podcast. So, a little bit about me. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. And I relocated to South Carolina for grad school. My academic journey was anything but traditional. It took turns I've never planned for and ultimately led me into a career of higher education. I never imagined myself being a part of higher education, especially when I was forced to be a RA by my mom. I graduated from Urban Assembly School for Wildlife Conservation for high school and began my college career at the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York. Due to financial challenges, I transferred to Fulton Montgomery Community College, where I worked as a RA. I later completed my bachelor's degree at SUNY College at Old Westbury. I got my bachelor's degree in criminology, and during my senior year, right before COVID, I worked as a full-time direct support professional in a group home. That's what really sparked my interest in social work. Well, let me rewind. I already had interest in social work, but that's what really sparked it. I continued serving others by becoming a case manager at the Center for Justice Innovation and then the Fortune Society. Those roles really deepened my passion for social work and advocacy and supporting people who are often overlooked. I then brought that passion to Rock Hill, South Carolina, where I earned my master's in social work at Winthrop University. While completing my degree, I served as a graduate assistant and residence life before stepping into a full-time role as a resident success coordinator. I've since extended my career in higher education by transferring over to a new university where I'm a resident life coordinator. Doing all of this while pursuing another master's degree. I know. I'm currently pursuing another master's degree, one in education and trauma informed care at Columbia College. I think this feeds into my commitment of being a lifelong learner. I don't know, but I have a deep passion for advocating for others, but with that passion, I don't know how to apply it to myself. And in my mid 20s, this is something that I'm navigating right now, and I will be navigating it with you all during this podcast. I'm so happy to be doing this podcast. This first episode isn't really anything major. I'm just introducing the first segment. But next Monday, we'll be catching up on the first episode of the Cite Her Well podcast, and I'm so excited. So hopefully you stay tuned. Enough about me. Let's get into the breakdown of the podcast. So the podcast will be broken up into 6 segments. Each segment will have about 4 episodes, With each episode, we'll be going deeper into my experiences in academia, my personal life experiences, and what I'm learning from it. Some of these situations, I may need y'all help because I'm not there yet. I'm not fully healed. I'm sorry. I'm 27, yes, but I am not that healed. I'm still on the potter's wheel. I got dipped in that water, y'all. I got dipped in that water again, and I'm still on that potter's wheel. My father is helping me up there. But I don't know everything. I don't know everything. So obviously, the comment section will be open to discussions and deeper insight for everyone, even me. If you have any advice or anything you want me to talk about or address on the podcast, please email me at the Cite Her Well Podcast at gmail.com. So going back into that, I kind of went off on a tangent, but going back into the first episode will be first to finish. So I'll reflect on what it means to be first and sometimes the only in academic spaces and how experiences shapes pressure, pride, and purpose. So stay tuned for that first episode, and I will see y'all next Monday. Love y'all dearly. Thank you for all your support. I would not be here if it wasn't for y'all. So I appreciate everyone that is supporting me on this journey.